Dumpster Chats number 4.
Dumpster Chat 4. This is the third time we've restarted filming.
Yeah. We are just this episode is a long time coming, but I think now this is the one. At least I believe it.
Yeah, same. It has to happen.
So, quick update. We had some issues. We had to take some time off, figure things out.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
Figure things out. Also heal a little bit. Was a bit
Intense.
On a personal level.
Yeah.
But it also was good because it uncovered some, I would say, flaws, issues in my personality. And I guess now it's something I can work through. So I'm taking the necessary steps to work on it with my psychologist. And I hope at some point things will go back to normal. At the moment, I think things are still a bit rough. But I think things are on the good way back to normal. And I also think the love between us grew stronger.
Always.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good. That actually made me remember a couple of times in the past where I was with someone. And that the relationship ended because of those issues. Or let's say the fights that are the consequence of those issues, kind of thing. And I'm very grateful that my wife is sticking by me and is willing to work through those things. So guys, if you have anyone that is willing to go the extra mile, don't throw it away. Fight for it and make it count. Anyway, that's from me. How was your time since last time?
Me?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I think we, in that other video that got deleted, we talked about Melbourne.
Melbourne!
Yeah.
I will put in, obviously, I filmed everything and stuff, and I took pictures. We'll put in some really cute pictures of, like, what we did, where we went. We lived in such a cute apartment. We should film that. Oh, we're so fucking young. It was so cute. It was like a studio.
Studio, yeah. One bedroom.
But it was like a big studio. You know, really, really nice. So cute and like so well maintained by the landlord. And he was actually really nice. Like everything was really well planned out. All the instructions were clear. Like,
He's a super host.
He's a super host, as he should be. And like, for real, like, for like some people, when you try to like go into the Airbnb, it's such a pain. The process is so painful. It's so long. It's like never ending. The instructions aren't clear. Stuff isn't making sense. With him, oh my god, it was so clear. Any idiot can get in. You know, like everything's clear. Everything had pictures. It was so nice. I was like, what the fuck? It was really nice. And it was like in a PDF with like instruction manuals and stuff. It was lit. I love that Airbnb. Probably one of the best experiences I've had at one. Not because it's the prettiest place we've been at, but just the most well maintained. Just like the most attention to detail. You know, there was
somebody put a lot of thought into designing that place.
100%.
They really made the most of the space.
Yeah. No, totally. And like small stuff, like there was a dryer. That's so nice. A washer, you know, like it was like you need that. Sometimes you just need it. Like when you have showers and stuff, I don't like feeling wet, so I like to dry everything straight away. After I shower, I like to wash the towel and dry it straight away. You know, like. And it's nice that I had that option there.
It's also good if you are like us who travel with the minimum baggage. 7 kilo at Jetstar. Shout out.
And it was literally just me. He had... How could I do that?
That's fine. We cut it out.
T had nothing. T just had himself. And some of my stuff in his bag.
So actually, she had 40 kilo. I had what I was wearing.
Yeah, I called my mum before the trip, and I was like venting to her. I was like, Mom, there's only 7 kilos. How am I going to do this? All of my shit. And, you know, it's not that I take a lot of things. It's just the things that I take are heavy. Like, I take my big boots. Those boots on their own weigh like 4 or 5 kilos. You know?
Must.
But they're the boots. You know? If you know, you know. And, like, my clothes, my knickknacks, my makeup weighs, you know, a kilo or 2. So just like one pair of shoes and my makeup was 7 kilos.
Didn't you also bring like your curling thing?
I bought my curler, my blow dryer. Why are you laughing?
Why would you bring your blow dryer, you know? It's like...
Just so you know, I used everything I bought.
Yeah.
So I did a good thing. And my thing is, if I don't take it, I'll go there and I'll complain. And he'll be like, why are you complaining? If you wanted it, you should have just bought it with you.
Yeah, that's true.
So I wanted it and I bought it with me to save myself and him the pain, you know.
Yeah, I guess where I'm coming from is in those Airbnbs, you probably have a blow dryer every now and then.
They have a hairdryer, but not a blow dryer.
Oh, what's the difference?
It's like a blow dry brush, so it's like a built-in.
Ah, right. Okay, no, sorry. Then I thought it's just a normal hairdryer.
No, but if I just did this with a hairdryer, my hair would look crazy.
Yeah, right.
You
Okay,
know.
I understand.
And like, it's like a whole, you know, it's a whole process. I wanted to look cute for our pictures in Melbourne, which I did. I looked really cute. For real. Didn't I? Sorry.
Golden hour at the Apostles.
Yeah, and my hair looks luscious. And it's because of my little blow dry tool. And like, so yeah, so then I had to put a couple things in T's bag, and I called my mum, you know, and I was like stressing about how much I had, and like it was gonna be too much, and my mum was like, you don't have 7 kilos, you have 14. Just relax. Because she does the same thing with my dad. Like my dad just like kind of like T, like very
minimalistic.
Yeah, doesn't need a lot. And my mum is like me, or I'm like my mum, you know, where I need everything to feel secure when I go. You know, even if I don't use it, I like that it's there in case I want to, you know. So yeah, I was like, you know what, Mum, you're right. I have 14 kilos. That's plenty. And I did, and I used it. When we went to the airport, after they were like weighing our bags, and they weighed mine, and it was like 6.59. And that was with half my stuff in T's bag anyway. So there you go.
They only made you weigh your bag.
They only made me weigh mine. They didn't make T weigh his. The thing is, even though some of my stuff was in T's bag, my bag was still overflowing. So they were like, we have to check that. Which is fair. It was crazy.
So anyway, we went to Melbourne. And we landed in Avalon Airport, which is...
The middle of nowhere.
The middle of nowhere. 1.5 hours away, or like around 1 hour away from Melbourne. We had to catch this shuttle bus that is like
an hour and a half.
An hour and a half, and it's really expensive as well.
24 per person, was it?
Yeah, that's right.
Girl, what? And you know, like, it's, and like, obviously we seem like underprepared, but it's just because you can get away with doing that in Sydney, you know? Like, you never have to prepare for travel because there's always public transport. But over there wasn't any public transport. And I didn't realize that...
Until we got there at 6 a.m.
Yeah. I was like, because 6 a.m. is like, people go to work here. So, like, by that time... everything's up and running, you know? But it was really quiet. There was nothing. No taxis even.
No.
Literally nothing.
Well, I guess if we would have taken taxi, it would have been even more expensive.
Well, yeah, but you still would have the option. Oh my god, so before we started this video, T and I went to get snacks. Obviously, that's why we're eating. And I was, like, playing a game with T. Where, this is so dumb, but I like back away. until I'm out of his line of sight, and then I run back. And it sounds so dumb, but it's the funniest thing. And we always do it to each other. And then I backed away when I was out of his line of sight, and then I came back, and he jumped out at me, and I screamed really fucking loud in the lobby of our apartment complex. It was so embarrassing. I know for a fact everybody heard that.
But the thing is, there was no one else there, you know? There's the apartment lobby is like one big corridor, and there's like this tiny corner where you can't see me, right? And then basically, when she backed away, she was literally 3 meters away, and then she was running, and I literally just came out of the corner, and she was like, like I'm some stranger, you know, like someone that just
really
appeared out of nowhere.
I was really afraid. The thing is, you know, because I didn't have, like, before I lived with T and we moved in together and got married and whatever, I used to live in, like, share houses or, like, I had my siblings, so I was used to people trying to scare me. So, like, I had a better tolerance for it. But ever since I was with T, he's just not like that.
No.
T doesn't really play games, I have to say.
No.
And that's cool with me because I play enough for everyone, you know.
Yeah.
So, T doesn't play games. T does not sit around trying to scare me ever. Literally ever, ever, ever. And so I just was never expecting it. It was just random.
And she tries to scare me all the time.
Yeah, every time he goes to pee, I pick a new hiding spot.
Yeah. And I guess the most reaction that I gave her was a smile.
It's fine because I have a new plan for next time.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't say it now because he'll know.
Yeah.
But after I do it, I'll give you guys an update.
Okay. Yeah, so anyway, we went to Melbourne. We had some personal stuff we had to figure out. And we recorded a video that got deleted by accident. So it's now 3 weeks since our last podcast. And I guess we always want to do at least once a week. So yeah, that was a bit of a downturn.
Kind of sad, yeah.
But anyway.
We wanted to film in Melbourne.
Yeah.
But once we got there, we realized that's never going to happen.
No, we were like just too tired. We got up at like 4 a.m.
And we're on the go just constantly.
Yeah, it's quite stressful. Traveling is actually quite stressful. At least if you don't have enough time. Yeah. Or if you want to pack the most into your time. Yeah.
That was us, because we only went for a weekend and we had work on Monday.
Yeah.
So, it was just a fucking nightmare, the traveling part.
Yeah. But Great Ocean Road drive was nice.
Guys, I'll put pictures.
Yeah.
Great Ocean Road was amazing.
Yeah.
And we literally went to like this little cafe. Tell them about the cafe.
The cafe had a visual menu.
T walks in and like obviously like, you know, when you walk into a cafe, it's like they'll have like a little
counter.
They had a counter.
Yeah, but you said they have a little, like a chalkboard.
Yeah, they have like a chalkboard like for your menu.
Yeah. And
like it'll tell you like everything that they sell or whatever.
They even also just have a menu. Like something where you can have a look at, you know?
Yeah, like just grab it from the counter so you're not in the way.
Yeah.
But, and T walks up to them and he was like, oh, do you guys have a menu that I can look at real quick? And she was like, no, we only have visual menus. And I was like, is this some kind of like high-tech something? Like, visual menu? And then
the fact that you thought it was a high-tech thing.
Well, I don't know. Yeah. You know, it's random because sometimes it's the small towns that they test stuff on.
Yeah, but not that one. This one was like, if anything, they are
Toby, no.
Well, if anything, they're probably happy that they have 4G, you know.
Stop! It was that kind of a town. Stop laughing.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, and then T looks around like, what the fuck? And she's like, yeah, so we have a visual menu. Visual menu? Do you know what that is? Have you heard of that before? Do you know what that is? It just is another way of saying we have the shit that's in the glass on display. And that's it, bitch. That's it.
It was perfect.
And we were looking, I think it showed on our faces when she said visual menu, I had to leave.
Yeah.
I had to look away, I had to exit the room. I can't hold my laugh in. And she was just standing there. I was like, how can you stand after someone says this, you know? I was dying. I was literally dying. Oh my god, man, that was crazy.
That was
And
good.
yeah, and it was just what's in the glass. And I saw this like jelly thing.
Yeah.
And I thought it was like, when I was a kid, I had this like jelly sponge cake. Guys, it was lit. It was so freaking nice. And I thought that this was that, but no, it was just jelly on a slice of biscuit. It was horrible. I hated it. T said it was okay
It
though.
was okay, yeah.
I hated
The
it.
jelly was a bit too thick, I would say. You know, when you have
Everything was weird.
when you have too much gelatin, it just cuts. Like
Yeah, it doesn't have that light jiggleness.
Yeah.
And the melting in your mouth thing.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. You have to chew it down.
Yeah.
Which you shouldn't have to chew jelly down, you know.
Yeah.
Jelly should just soften in your mouth.
Yeah, that's the idea, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. T got like this sausage roll. It was okay.
It was okay. Yeah.
It was okay, just in general. I think the one highlight is they had a really cute garden. You can walk through it, you know.
Yeah.
It was like a gardening shop / cafe.
And a little art gift shop.
They had everything.
I think they were really good located, you know, because literally at the beginning of Great Ocean Road, more or less. And
It was kind of like there were no other shops anywhere nearby.
yeah.
So it was a
And-
nice stop on the way.
Yeah, if you're like a backpacker, you love places like this, you know. You have really nice memories, and I actually think we also have a nice memory of it, you know,
That was fun, yeah.
because it's something that you don't see every day, really, kind of thing, you know. So that was fun, and then yeah, we drove down Great Ocean Road, and I really liked the drive. It was nice.
Guys,
drive.
it was so freaking nice. If you live in AU, you need to go to Melbourne.
Yeah.
And you need to do that drive. If you, I reckon do the drive from Melbourne
Yeah.
down to the Apostles or wherever. They have really, like, it's really nice.
It's really nice. Yeah.
It was amazing. So many fun places to stop at on the way.
Yeah.
I think that's the best part about road tripping is the stops and, like, you get to look at stuff. And I'm, like, the perfect passenger princess because I take lots of pictures.
Yeah, it's perfect. Because it's good when you keep some memories, you know. Good stuff. Anyway, what else happened?
We saw a bluebird, and it was
Oh
like
yeah.
so perfect. It was like this. It was like a really, really juicy grape. And you know, it just feels, it's not like a normal grape.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like you feel like the skin of the grape will pop.
Yeah.
You know, like it's tight.
It's just very, like.
It's like there's a lot of air pressure inside, you know?
Yeah.
It was amazing, man. I took a video of that and I will insert it.
And his tail was like.
Straight up. Fucking straight up,
Yeah.
babe.
Yeah.
Vertical as fuck.
It was a proud bird.
He was a proud bird. And as he should be. He was also the size of this. This was his whole entire abdomen. It was crazy. I've seen spiders with bigger abdomens than that.
Yeah, so that's that. And then what else happened?
So, we went, when we were driving through these areas, they had like these insane houses. You would die if you saw this shit. I wish I took pictures of those. I would have put those in too. So I don't know how people would feel putting pictures of their houses online.
Yeah, maybe, and it's maybe a bit weird, but then again, you also have Google Maps, and I guess if you sit yourself, you know how you have that feature, how you can get like this street view, then you can also look at the houses, so what's the difference between that and taking a picture? I'm pretty sure they get photographed like loads of times, you know?
Yeah.
Like almost
They were incredible, the houses.
pretty much every traveler that runs along there, they probably gonna take pictures of those houses.
And, you know, you want to take pictures because they're unique.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
right.
It's not like the houses you would normally see in
Yeah.
like suburban life
That's
or
right,
in the
that's
city. I mean, in the city, there's no such thing as a house anyway. If I saw a house in the city, period, I would take a picture.
I guess, yeah, you have like one or two, and they are like those big mansions. Like that one in, what is it? Darlinghurst. Remember?
Where we went to watch the fireworks.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Guys, so nice.
Mm.
I still am in love with that manor. Remember where we wanted to get married?
Yeah. So nice.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, we tried to figure out how we can get married there.
I mean, T was like, I'm gonna knock on their door, and I was like, please, Lord, no.
Because they only offer it as a private venue. So
To
I
friends
guess,
and family.
yeah, so I guess there's some sort of political stuff happening, you know.
Yeah, this
How
doctor.
how they all like rub each other's back kind of
It
thing.
used to be government owned,
Yeah.
and then it was bought,
Yeah.
and now that it's like a private listing for venues.
Yeah.
Like you see it as a venue online,
Yeah.
but only people who know the owner. It's like this really rich doctor that bought it. He lends it out to his friends for weddings and stuff.
Yeah. That's right. So I kind of had like this, what is it called? This insane idea of just going there, knocking on the door and be like, hey man, I like your property. Can I get married here? But honestly, Steve Jobs said you should always ask, you know? Like most people don't try something because they are too afraid to ask. So I guess there's nothing wrong with asking.
No. I was obviously scared because that's how I am.
Yeah.
But we walked up to the manor because T was hell-bent on doing this.
Yeah.
And they didn't even have an intercom.
Yeah.
There was no way for us to even knock.
Yeah.
I think the only people that get in are when they know that someone's coming.
I guess so, maybe. But then again, you know, sometimes you just need to take a risk, you know?
Jump the fence? That's crazy.
Not jump the fence, but wait till maybe someone comes out and then, you know, talk to them. I don't know. But, you know, there's like, if you just give up from the get-go, how will you ever know
You're right.
what is possible, you know? So maybe there's better ways to do it. Maybe you just should visit him.
No, and I agree. I think if
Yeah.
you actually bumped into someone like that, people
Yeah.
are surprisingly nice.
And I mean, what is the worst that can happen? All they can say is no, you know? And then, yeah, okay, then you have your peace or whatever, but
Yeah, then now you just never really know
that's right. That's
if you
right.
could have gotten it.
That's right. Maybe there's even
Not that we had a wedding, guys.
Yeah. Maybe there's even other ways, you know. Maybe there's even
You have hiccups.
yeah.
I like that.
Good.
You want chippers?
No thanks. Maybe there's even like other creative ways that you could have tried. You know, maybe you try to find out if you know anyone in his friend circle. You know, and maybe there's anyone where you see, okay, I can become friends with them, and then maybe there's another way. So there's literally a lot of possibilities that you start to think about if you are determined to this goal, you know. But I guess then again, I myself am not determined enough to really go all in, because if it's something where you have to ask a friend to use their place to get married there, I don't know, it feels wrong to me, you know, because it feels like such a big favor.
What? I would love it if we had a
Yeah.
beautiful home and our friend asked us if they could get married there. What an honor!
I don't know, I feel like it's too much, you know, it's too much to ask for.
I love that. Would you feel like, oh my god, why is my friend asking me this?
I don't think so, but I would feel a bit like it's such a high debt to someone, you know. I feel like I'm really, what was it called? I just feel it's
I mean,
too
you can
much.
pay them if you feel like it's too much.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That would even it out.
Yeah.
And for sure, I think we would have paid the guy.
Yeah, I mean, that would maybe he would have been even more open to that than to
Just give it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought we were going to pay for it regardless. You have to.
Mm.
I mean, if it was a friend and we had this beautiful house and they wanted to get married there, I wouldn't take money. That's just weird. You know? And I think, like, I would love that. If someone had a wedding where you live, that's lit. I'd be like, yes, bring the florists in. I want to see what's happening. You know what I mean? It would be so nice. And I think that's such a big compliment that someone thinks your home is beautiful enough to make, like, a forever memory there.
I guess I would only agree to it if they don't drink at the party.
What?
Yeah, because
at
when
a wedding, people drink there.
yeah, I know, but when people get
People
wasted,
get fucked
they
up at weddings.
yeah, but and that's my problem, you know. They start vomiting everywhere, you know. I've seen some shit. I've been to so many weddings in my life, and I know how fucked up. And not only that, sometimes there's also really big drama happening, you know.
I guess instead of saying like no drinking, I think there should be like a limit. 2 glasses per person. And you shouldn't order more than that. That's fine.
I don't know.
No
I
one's
think
gonna get fucked up on 2
I
glasses.
think I
except
think
me.
if it's that, then you just drink in secret, you know. Like they have like a orange juice.
But they could do that anyway.
Yeah, but you would know because you smell it on them, you know. Whereas when you have, oh, I just had my 2 glass, and then they keep sipping on like an orange Tetra Pak, you know. Yeah. Because I don't know, I maybe I'm just too, what's it called? Too concerned about
I think
what could happen.
I think that's a bit tight. A wedding, like, people want to celebrate with champagne, you know. That's a thing.
Yeah.
It kind of enhances the moment.
Yeah.
It beats orange juice and stuff and like fake champagne or whatever.
Yeah, that's for sure. But then, you know, do it at a venue. Because at a venue, they are expecting that you literally go crazy. And they have like all the facilities to accommodate for that, you know?
Yeah, the thing about hosting a wedding, how would you do a cleanup? Would they pay?
That's
To
not only
clean
the
up
thing.
after.
What if somebody is like a little bit in a, you know, euphoric and everything? And then they just enter some private spaces because they're like, oh, what's the big deal, you know?
I would hate that.
Yeah, yeah. And what are you gonna say, you know? Because they are there with their whole family and their crowd, you know? And what if they are a little bit, they have like 5 or 4 people that are, they just are like, oh, whatever, you know? And then they just start some shit. I mean, probably those kind of people wouldn't be our friends, but
Yeah,
you know,
I
you
don't
never
think
know who's rocking up in their family, you know?
To be fair, I don't think we'll ever have enough friends for someone to ask to host a wedding in our place.
Well, you never know. I actually think the more likely scenario is we don't have a place that is where people think they can get married there, you know?
That's true.
Because house prices are fucking insane. Well, I really hope that this recession brings it down a little bit, and that we are at least able to snatch up like one investment property. That would be amazing. If we can get that done, I think that's my goal for next year.
But yeah, on an unrelated note, I'm not sure if you watched the episode where my coworker called me a gold digger. Oh!
Let's call her person 1.
No. Let's call her Step.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
So,
Give us the gist.
so my coworker's name is Step. You have to watch the other video that we posted. I think that was our second one. It's called Is V a Gold Digger?
Yes.
Yeah, so if you want the backstory, you have to go watch that. But pretty much continuing on that, she called me a gold digger, and I wasn't supposed to know that she did that. She obviously did it behind my back. To one of my friends, I mean, come on. So my friend told me, and I've just been kind of harboring it in me because my friend is like an anxious person and like doesn't like confrontation. So me telling Step that I know about it and that I'm upset would compromise my friendship, you know? And like it would make my friend feel scared of being confronted by Step, and like Step asking her if a Step like going up to her and being like, oh my god, you told V blah blah blah, you know? And so I kept it in for like a couple weeks, but then it just bothers me. Like every time I see Step at work, I'm like, this bitch called me a gold digger, and she's walking around like she's like she ain't shit, you know.
Mm.
You know what I mean? She's walking around like everything's fine. She's such a great person, but actually she's not. She's not a great person. She's a step. And so I was like, oh my god, okay. And I was like FaceTiming my friend the night before, and then like on a whim I was like, do you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna tell her tomorrow that I know what she did and that she needs to stop. And my friend was like, all right, you gotta do what you gotta do. So then I was like, okay, cool. So the next day, like I go, so Steph gets to work early. She gets to work, we open at 9, but she gets there at like 8:45. So I drove to work, and I usually get there early as well, just because I hate being late. So I got there at like 8:50. I walk in, and Steph's the only one there, of course. So I go into the back in the packing room where she is, and I just like do small talk, you know, how are you, what's happening, good morning, that kind of thing. And then I was like, oh, you know, I actually came here for a reason. I wanted to catch you before everybody else came into work. And she was like, oh, okay, like, what's happening? And I was like, so I heard that you made some really ugly comments about my marriage and like my culture, and I just wanted to like address that. And she was like, oh my god, my friend told you, she told you what I said. And I was like, that's right. And I was like, yeah, but she told me what you said, but I was like, you getting upset with her isn't it, because she's not at fault, you know. I was like, I really think this is on you, because like, I was like, I just think that's really unprofessional behavior, like in a workplace, making comments like this about your colleague is just uncalled for, you know. And I was like, it's super disappointing, because I thought we were friends, but obviously that's not the reality. And I couldn't even really get through anything, because she was just apologizing on apologies on apologies, you know. She was like, I'm sorry, blah blah. I knew it. And she was like to me, I knew it was wrong when I said it. I was like, yeah, but you said it. You know. I was like, totally get that, you knew it was wrong, blah blah, but you said it. You know. And I was like, when you say things like this, eventually they come out. And that's what happened, you know. And then she was like, yeah, I know. And then she was like apologizing again, and I was like, look, I genuinely just don't want your apology. Like, I'm not really interested in that. I just want to like say that I know what you said. I'm really disappointed, and I think like it's inappropriate to say something like this at work. And I was just like, I don't want to catch you talking about me or my marriage again. And then she was like, no, of course, like I'm not going to do that. And yeah, and then I was just like to her, I was like, anyway, in saying all of this, like, I'm not trying to be a mean girl. I'm not gonna, like, come to work and, like, be a shitty person to her. That's not what I want to do anyway. I just, like, I was like, we're still colleagues. We're still gonna be, like, good with each other. I'm not gonna be, like, a mega bitch or, like, create drama and stuff, you know. I just want to, like, clear the air, let you know that I know and it's not on. You know, it's just not gonna fly. That's all. And I was just like, yeah, like, I'm not gonna make you feel like a step, even though you are one. You know, that's kind of what I did. And she was like, okay, cool. And then later in the day, I swear she looked like she cried. I think it was, she told me though, when I was talking to her, when I like confronted her in the morning, she was like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. As you should be. I'd be embarrassed too. It's embarrassing. But yeah, like, she told me, she was like, oh my god, yeah, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. Just bullshit, you know. But yeah, like, I guess, like, just ew, man. Like, when I think of her, I'm like, what the fuck? How can a person like this even exist, to be honest? You know? Like, I never talk shit about her marriage. To T even. For no one.
Well, you still say that her man is a bit of a soy boy, though.
He's a soy boy, guys. If you met him, you'll see it.
Then I don't think you entirely... That's... holy.
I definitely am not.
Yeah. So...
He is a soy boy.
Yeah. He is, though. But yeah, I heard V also making some comments.
But not that they're married. I wasn't like, she's a gold digger and trying to mooey with him.
Yeah, but you were still talking about her guy.
Facts.
Yeah, so I guess it's kind of about her marriage.
What's him? I guess it is about her marriage.
Yeah.
But she married
because
him.
yeah, so.
No, you're right.
But the thing is, I think the difference is you didn't do it to people in her direct proximity, as in like.
Yeah, I just did it with T.
Yeah, and I literally never see her, and I don't know any of her people. But the thing is, I think she did it to someone at her workplace, and it kind of undermines her. I guess
as a person,
her reputation, you know. So, and that way, I think V is still on the right, but at the same time,
I'm not perfect.
Yeah. So I just want to point that out here.
No, I agree. I love to talk shit.
Yeah.
It's like the funnest thing ever.
Yeah.
But I don't do it to be like malicious. Like I mostly just talk shit to T. You know? Like if I'm angry, I'll be like whatever, and I'll come home and talk to T about it. You know?
To vent.
Yeah, kind of just to vent and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm never like, I would never do this to her at work.
Yeah, for her, for her it was kind of she basically did you dirty in a way.
Yeah, man. What the hell?
Yeah.
Like, I was never like crazy about her, you know? Like she's my coworker, but I still didn't like talk to anyone but you, pretty much.
Yeah,
Even,
because
like,
she made your experience at work basically worse by riling people up against you or view you in a light that damages you, you know?
No, 100%. And even my work friend, I didn't even talk to her about what I thought of Steph's man. You know? I just didn't, because it just doesn't feel appropriate. It just feels weird. Like, you know, there's like, it's your conscience that's like, don't say that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, doesn't her conscience do that?
I think she's just so... I think she's on a good way of getting bitter, you know?
Yeah.
And this is how she makes her bitterness... How she basically... Something like this shows me she must be bitter because she's just really not happy with her life, you know? And that's why she wants to tear other people down, because I think compared to her, I think you're doing well, you know? As in better than her, in a way. And when people see someone that is doing better, sometimes they just want to tear them down so that they don't feel shitty about themselves, you know?
Maybe.
It happens quite a lot, honestly, you know? I mean, that's pretty much what every EV company does to Tesla. They just can't pull off what they pull off, and now they have to poo-poo them and short them on the stock market and all this stuff. And like, where did it lead them, you know? Billions in losses, and they are still nowhere near close the total sales and brand image.
This is a new phrase for you. Where did you learn this?
I don't know, I just picked it up somewhere.
It's kind of cute. And now they just have to poo-poo them. Lately he's been saying this, guys.
Yeah.
We're like in the car and he's like, yeah, I don't want to poo-poo on this person. I'm like, I can't take you seriously.
Yeah, because, I don't know.
Where did you learn this?
I don't know, I just picked it up somewhere, I don't know. I was
He's like you, he's like a baby.
I'm actually a
He watches things and he picks them up. Oh.
I'm a fully grown adult, actually. I'm legally
Be
liable.
careful what you say around him. My sweet little bee. He's so cute. I couldn't even wrap my arms around my baby, you know. Thanks,
Yeah. Did I already talk about that I got a raise?
Wait, did you?
I don't know if I already talked about it in the last video. It feels... No, it happened on the 15th of August. That was...
After that thing.
Yeah, that was literally...
Yeah, because we haven't filmed till that thing since that thing. Yeah. No. Oh my god, you haven't told them. Go on.
Yeah, I got a raise from my workplace, which is nice.
Which is nice. It's amazing.
Yeah. Funny enough though, I feel I never earned as much money in my life as I earn now, and I feel it's still not enough. I feel it's still not enough to buy a house and live comfortably, you know? It's just
That's
insane.
crazy because T earns more than like the average Moi, you know?
I earn more than 90% of the people living in Australia.
So it's like, if he can't get a house,
Yeah, it's
what is everybody else gonna do?
It's insane. And I mean, not even. What about just being alive, you know? I mean, if you are a family with 4 people, as in 2 parents and 2 kids.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say 2 pets.
Yeah, I guess pets as well, why not? But how do you afford your life, you know? Like, you spend at least, for 4 people, you spend at least $300 on food a week, you know?
Yeah.
Or you can just eat macaroni with tomato sauce. I guess then you spend maybe like $50.
Sad.
And then your rent for 4 people. If you live in a 2-bedroom, if you really cram everyone in, then you pay at least $500, you know? At least, or you live somewhere else, then maybe $400.
2-bedroom, 500, you can't.
Yeah,
Even-
and then you live in really like sometimes fucked up places, you
Yeah.
know? So then
Pink bathtubs and shit.
then electricity for people at least $100
That's a lot.
a month, you know.
Yeah.
So then you already have both with an average wage, and I think in Australia average wage, I think it's what is it, $60,000 a year?
Yeah.
So 2 people on average wage, that's 120K. Then you take 30% of taxes. How much is that? So 120, let's say, minus 30%. So let's say just you earn 80,000 divided by 12 is how much is that? Oh gosh, math. So I guess it's probably around 6,000, something like that.
Possibly.
Yeah, probably 5,850. I don't know. 5,850 per month. And then you divide by 4, so that's let's say around $1,500 for you to spend a week. So then minus rent, that's 1,000, minus electricity and internet and phone bills and all that stuff, that's maybe another 200 off. So then you are at 800. Then you have groceries, let's say $300, then you're at 500. And then you have your car, insurance, school fees. So what's left? Not much, I would say. It must be so hard to save at least $10,000 a year for them, you know? Like,
And that's if your kid's in public schooling.
yeah,
If you want to send your kid to a private school, get them tutors, do extracurricular activities,
yeah.
buy them stuff for their hobbies, you know what I mean? Take them on trips.
And then to drive them around, the
man.
amount of gas you have to
Yeah,
pay.
every day.
Like how? It must be
And
so
then there's
hard.
all that miscellaneous stuff, you know, bus fares for your
Yeah.
kids when they start taking the bus.
Yeah.
You know, when they go out with their friends, it's going to happen. They
And
need
what
pocket
about
money, they
buying-
need an allowance.
Yeah, what about buying clothes? You know,
Clothes, you know, knickknacks.
it's and
It's just endless.
yeah, and I guess I must say I don't have any sort of struggles. I can really save a lot of money, you know. I guess my only option would be to get like a mortgage over 30 years and then pay that off, you know. And then becoming just another wage slave. But why is it like that, you know? You could have totally just have interest-free loans and have like a maximum amount of loans that you give out per year, you know?
Yeah.
And then you pay like a one-time fee, something like stamp duty, where you basically pay
Yeah.
the managing cost of that
It
loan.
shouldn't be, you shouldn't have to pay interest. That's
The fact that somebody decides, oh, your loan is, you now have to pay $1,000 more of interest because I said so. It's insane.
It's insane.
The amount of taxes you have to pay, it's insane. You know,
It's too much.
you can decide how much you want to pay if you decide how many service you want to use. You know,
It's true.
like you can say, okay, I want free healthcare. Okay, if I have free healthcare, then that's the amount of taxes that I
It
pay.
really just feels like a bottomless pit, you know?
Yeah, and you know, and the other thing is, technology nowadays is so advanced. You don't need a
Yeah.
government. You know, all those services, the distribution of wealth for the common good. All this can be automated. You know, we have the technology. Anyway, I'm going on a rant here, but something like this always pisses me off. You know.
Pop off, dude.
So, and what better place there is to the internet?
Look at my nails.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that pretty much covers it for this time, and I guess we have to cut out a lot of scenes, but we at the same time we're gonna insert a little videos from our love and share.
Yeah, it's gonna be so nice.
Yeah. Anyway, that was Dumpster Chat number 4. Thanks for tuning in and made it to this point, and I'll see you next time. We see you next time.
Oh wow, it's the tea show. I'm kidding. Later.